In the gastronomic landscape, particularly within certain Asian cultures, shark fins have long held a coveted status, signifying affluence, authority, and an unwavering conviction in their extraordinary nutritional properties. Shark fin soup is frequently served at significant events such as nuptials, opulent banquets, and regal feasts, heralded as a panacea that purportedly revitalizes the body, extends longevity, or even cures all manner of maladies. But does this exorbitantly priced dish truly represent a miraculous elixir, as many steadfastly believe, or is it merely a seductive falsehood, propelling an ancient lineage towards the precipice of obliteration, akin to the delusion that monetary wealth can procure eternal bliss? Shark fin soup possesses an extensive heritage, tracing its origins to ancient Chinese imperial dynasties, where it was regarded as an exclusive repast reserved for the nobility and royalty. In those bygone eras, the procurement and processing of shark fins constituted a laborious and perilous undertaking, thereby further elevating the dish's perceived worth and rarity. From that historical juncture, shark fins cemented their position as a powerful emblem of social standing, prosperity, and dominance. In contemporary society, the purported nutritional benefits of shark fins have been amplified by unverified commercial claims, asserting their abundance in collagen, protein, and rare minerals capable of enhancing dermal health, boosting vitality, or even assisting in the amelioration of cancer, another widespread fallacy that has been thoroughly disproven. Individuals are willing to disburse colossal sums for a single serving of soup whose primary flavor profile emanates from aromatic spices and slow-simmered broth, rather than from the shark fin itself. This is because shark fin intrinsically lacks a distinct taste. Its sole contribution is a gelatinous consistency and a particular chewy mouthfeel. Perhaps those who partake in shark fin are simply indulging in the perceived grandeur of luxury and unsubstantiated hearsay. The continued demand for shark fins, despite scientific evidence to the contrary, highlights a deeply ingrained cultural tradition that is slow to change, often prioritizing symbolic value over actual nutritional content or ethical considerations. Considering this, what is the actual nutritional content of shark fin? Rigorous scientific investigation has unequivocally debunked the exaggerated assertions regarding this dish's health advantages. Fundamentally, shark fins are predominantly composed of cartilage, which is chiefly collagen, along with a minuscule quantity of protein. Collagen is a form of connective tissue devoid of blood vessels, structurally analogous to the cartilage found in human ears or nasal passages. It is a ubiquitous protein, abundantly present in numerous common and considerably more economical foodstuffs, including pork skin, beef tendons, or even a variety of plant-based sources. For instance, gelatin, extensively utilized in culinary desserts, also represents a form of collagen. Human physiology is fully capable of synthesizing collagen from a well-rounded diet, rendering supplemental intake, let alone the exorbitant cost of shark fin, largely superfluous. In essence, the nutritional contribution of shark fin is not materially superior to consuming a humble bowl of flavored gelatin or a portion of boiled chicken skin. Indeed, some biological experts facetiously remark that ingesting shark fin is no different from consuming your own fingernails, as both are primarily composed of keratin and collagen, two types of protein that offer no unique nutritional value beyond what the body can readily synthesize from alternative, more accessible sources. In other words, one is expending substantial wealth to ingest something your body can effortlessly produce internally or acquire easily and affordably from practically anywhere. What a truly raw deal. Not only does shark fin provide no elevated nutritional benefit, but its consumption also introduces considerable health hazards. Sharks, occupying the apex predator position in oceanic food webs, possess exceptionally long lifespans. This characteristic leads to a significant bioaccumulation of heavy metals within their tissues, particularly mercury, in its highly toxic form, methylmercury. Scientific studies have revealed that many processed shark fin samples contain mercury concentrations ranging from 5 to 10 times above internationally recognized safe limits, especially concerning larger shark species such as blue sharks and hammerhead sharks. The ingestion of food contaminated with methylmercury can precipitate severe neurological disorders, posing particular dangers for pregnant women and young children, potentially inducing developmental delays and cognitive impairments. A shark's position at the top of the food chain, combined with its longevity, means it continually accumulates toxins from its prey, acting as a living bioreactor for environmental pollutants. Beyond mercury, shark fins can also harbor other pervasive environmental contaminants, such as polychlorinated biphenyls, which are persistent organic pollutants with confirmed carcinogenic properties. These synthetic chemicals possess remarkable stability, allowing them to endure in the environment and progressively accumulate within the food chain for many decades. Alarmingly, certain shark fin samples have additionally been found to contain the neurotoxin BMAA, which has been implicated in the etiology of neurodegenerative conditions like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's diseases. This alarming discovery prompts a critical re-evaluation of whether this dish is genuinely nourishing, as many erroneously believe. It certainly sounds like a recipe for unmitigated disaster. The documented presence of these profoundly harmful compounds utterly negates any alleged health benefits, effectively transforming a presumed delicacy into a verifiable health risk. However, the most egregious detriment stemming from shark fin consumption is not its negligible nutritional contribution or inherent health risks, but rather the catastrophic repercussions it inflicts upon global shark populations. The insatiable demand for shark fins has tragically propelled an unethical and extraordinarily brutal fishing practice known as finning. During finning operations, fishermen capture sharks, mercilessly sever all their fins while the animals are still alive, and then unceremoniously cast the mutilated shark carcasses back into the ocean. These finned sharks are rendered incapable of swimming or hunting, often succumbing to a protracted and agonizing death through suffocation, severe blood loss, or falling prey to other opportunistic predators. This represents a barbaric act, inflicting immense suffering upon the animals and resulting in the complete squandering of the remaining shark meat, which could otherwise be utilized for sustainable purposes. It is an utterly unsustainable and profoundly inhumane practice that flagrantly prioritizes a luxury commodity over the intrinsic value of an animal's life. The practice also puts immense strain on marine ecosystems by removing top predators, leading to cascading effects down the food chain. The ramifications of finning are staggeringly severe. An estimated 73 million sharks are senselessly slaughtered for their fins annually, propelling a multitude of species toward the brink of extinction. Currently, over a quarter of all shark species face the dire threat of extinction, with some populations experiencing precipitous declines exceeding 90%. Sharks fulfill an indispensable role in maintaining the delicate equilibrium of marine ecosystems, acting as apex predators that help regulate the populations of other fish species. They meticulously remove diseased or weakened individuals, thereby ensuring the overall health and genetic resilience of prey populations. The precipitous decline in shark numbers can trigger far-reaching cascading effects, inducing profound ecological imbalances and detrimentally affecting the overall vitality of the ocean. For instance, a decrease in shark populations can lead to an unchecked proliferation of their prey, which might then overgraze on vital foundational habitats such as coral reefs or seagrass beds, consequently leading to further degradation of these critical ecosystems. The tragic fact that an ancient species, which has thrived for hundreds of millions of years, is facing extirpation solely for the sake of a dish devoid of any genuine value is truly a profound human tragedy. The time has arrived for a critical re-evaluation of the true worth of shark fins. They are not a miraculous panacea, but rather a product of widespread misinformation, superficial opulence, and unchecked avarice that is systematically devastating our oceans. Instead of continuing to lend support to a brutal and utterly senseless industry, our collective focus must pivot towards safeguarding shark species, the unassuming architects of marine ecosystems. Cultivating greater public awareness, instigating fundamental shifts in consumption patterns, and vigorously supporting conservation initiatives are the sole pathways to ensure these venerable lords of the ocean do not tragically devolve into mere cautionary tales. Let sharks roam unencumbered in the vast ocean, rather than being cruelly dismembered for an utterly valueless bowl of soup. When we contemplate sharks, the immediate mental picture often defaults to a cold-blooded hunter, a ravenous eating machine whose singular drive is to track, capture, and consume prey to sate its voracious appetite. The conviction that sharks exist merely to hunt, offering no other discernible benefit to the ecosystem, has become deeply embedded in collective thought. But does this truly represent the multifaceted role of these ancient creatures in the boundless ocean? Or is it simply another comical misapprehension about our finned comrades? Much like assuming plants only photosynthesize and have no need for water, the proposition that sharks exist solely to hunt and contribute nothing to the ecosystem is profoundly inaccurate. While they undeniably hold the position of apex predators, their place in the food chain transcends mere consumption. It is fundamentally about preserving the overarching equilibrium and vitality of the marine realm. To label sharks as ecologically useless is akin to suggesting a seasoned chef is only adept at cooking and need not concern themselves with the quality of ingredients or kitchen sanitation. Scientific inquiry has firmly established that sharks perform a pivotal function as apex predators, expertly regulating the numbers and behavioral patterns of the species positioned below them. This stands as one of the most critical contributions sharks render, actively fostering biodiversity and bolstering the stability of marine ecosystems. They effectively serve as the ocean's seasoned executives, ensuring that all operations proceed smoothly. The eradication of sharks from an ecosystem, for instance, can initiate a devastating trophic cascade, wherein prey populations experience unchecked growth, leading to the overgrazing of vital habitats and ultimately culminating in the collapse of the entire food web. This destructive ripple effect has been meticulously documented in various marine environments where shark populations have precipitously declined, unequivocally demonstrating their indispensable ecological mandate. So, precisely what advantages do sharks confer upon the ecosystem? They bestow an immeasurable array of benefits, not solely for their survival, but for the entire marine population. To begin, sharks function as the ocean's intrinsic cleanup crew. They preferentially target prey that are weak, afflicted by disease, or advanced in age. By removing these vulnerable individuals, sharks actively promote the overall health of prey populations, curtailing the dissemination of pathogens and guaranteeing that only the most robust individuals persist in reproducing. It is akin to a dedicated team of highly skilled aquatic medics routinely conducting health checks on the ocean, proactively preventing widespread epidemics. Consequently, the genetic integrity of prey species is enhanced, and the entire ecosystem becomes more resilient and robust. This selective predation plays a crucial role in preventing the propagation of pathogens and detrimental genetic weaknesses within prey populations, thereby contributing significantly to their long-term viability and adaptive capacity. Furthermore, sharks are instrumental in regulating the abundance of herbivorous species and safeguarding the health of both coral reefs and expansive seagrass beds. For example, in specific oceanic regions, the presence of sharks effectively mitigates the excessive proliferation of algae-consuming fish. In the absence of sharks, these fish could overgraze fragile coral reefs, leading to their widespread degradation. Given that coral reefs serve as indispensable domiciles for countless marine species, their preservation is of paramount importance. Sharks therefore stand as the ocean's vigilant, silent bodyguards, safeguarding the dwelling places of thousands of other species. Research conducted in the Caribbean Sea has unequivocally demonstrated that a decline in shark populations led directly to an unchecked increase in mesopredators, which subsequently overfished crucial herbivorous fish, ultimately inflicting substantial and irreversible damage upon coral reef ecosystems. Moreover, sharks play a fundamental role in the intricate distribution of nutrients and energy throughout the vast oceanic expanse. As they traverse different waters in their pursuit of prey, they actively facilitate the translocation of vital nutrients from one geographical area to another through their metabolic waste products. This process significantly aids in the efficient recycling of nutrients and sustains biological productivity across varying water depths, from the sunlit surface layers to the abyssal seabed. Consequently, sharks are not merely consumers. They act as dynamic resource distributors, ensuring the continuous circulation of the ocean's intricate economy. Their extensive migratory patterns serve to connect disparate habitats, thereby facilitating the crucial flow of essential nutrients across vast aquatic distances, linking seemingly isolated ecosystems into a cohesive whole. Additionally, sharks contribute significantly to maintaining the delicate balance of larger ecosystems, particularly those found in the open ocean. The migratory movements of sharks between their hunting grounds and breeding areas also serve to establish crucial connectivity between distinct habitats, ensuring the uninterrupted flow of both energy and organic matter. This dynamic interaction can profoundly influence the migratory behaviors of other fish species and even dictate the distribution patterns of smaller marine organisms. For instance, the mere presence of sharks can subtly yet effectively alter the foraging behavior of their prey, leading to a more spatially even distribution of grazing pressure on marine vegetation, preventing localized overconsumption and promoting overall ecosystem health. Finally, the very existence of sharks generates immense economic benefits through the burgeoning sector of ecotourism. A significant number of tourists are eager to invest substantial financial resources to engage in shark diving experiences or participate in related ecotourism ventures. This burgeoning industry creates vital employment opportunities and generates crucial income for local communities, concurrently fostering a strong impetus for marine conservation efforts. Thus, sharks are not solely providing invaluable ecological services to the ocean without recompense. They are actively generating substantial revenue for human economies. Shark diving tourism, a rapidly expanding niche, collectively generates hundreds of millions of dollars globally each year, providing a powerful and sustainable economic incentive for their continued protection and habitat preservation. However, the alarming decline in shark populations, primarily driven by unsustainable overfishing and other anthropogenic activities, has precipitated severe repercussions for marine ecosystems worldwide. The systematic depletion of apex predators like sharks can trigger a devastating chain reaction, fundamentally altering the structural integrity and functional dynamics of entire ecosystems. This profound imbalance can lead to an unchecked explosion in prey populations, exerting immense pressure on finite resources, and ultimately resulting in the widespread degradation of vital marine habitats. Global shark and ray populations have plummeted by over 70% in the last 5 decades, predominantly due to the relentless pressures of overfishing, starkly highlighting the urgent and imperative need for comprehensive and immediate conservation measures. In summary, the notion that sharks exist solely to hunt and offer no other ecological benefit is a serious and pervasive misconception. Instead, these magnificent creatures are the indispensable architects and meticulous managers of the ocean, fulfilling an extraordinarily critical role in preserving the balance, vitality, and biological diversity of marine ecosystems. Their contributions range from the selective removal of weaker individuals and the safeguarding of precious coral reefs to the efficient distribution of essential nutrients and the generation of tangible economic value. The multifaceted role of sharks far transcends the simplistic predator image we so often unfairly assign to them. It is high time we rectified the sharks' unfairly maligned reputation and observed them through a more objective lens, truly appreciating their indispensable function within the grand tapestry of nature. Protecting sharks is not merely about safeguarding a single animal species. It is fundamentally about preserving the lifeblood and enduring prosperity of our entire blue planet. Let us unite our efforts to transform societal perceptions so that these true lords of the ocean can continue to fulfill their vital ecological roles, rather than being mistakenly perceived as ecologically useless destroyers. Throughout this series, we have journeyed deep into the enigmatic world of sharks, systematically dismantling persistent myths and unveiling the scientific truths about these ancient marine inhabitants. We've explored the fundamental misconception that sharks are merely relentless hunters, revealing their pivotal role as architects of ocean health, meticulously maintaining ecological balance and biodiversity. We also tackled the widespread, yet unfounded, fear of sharks as bloodthirsty human predators, exposing this narrative as a dramatic overstatement. The data clearly shows that human encounters are incredibly rare, often a case of mistaken identity, proving these creatures are far pickier eaters than Hollywood would have you believe. Our exploration then delved into the remarkable diversity of shark species, demonstrating that they are far from a monolithic entity of aggressive predators. From the colossal plankton-filtering whale sharks to the unique bottom-dwelling nurse sharks, we've seen that their roles and behaviors are as varied as their forms, debunking the idea that all sharks are uniform killing machines. We also submerged ourselves into the fascinating nuances of shark respiration, learning that the common belief of constant swimming for survival is true for only a select few. Many species are perfectly content lounging on the seabed, breathing effortlessly through buccal pumping, proving they are not just tireless swimming machines, but intelligent creatures adapted to diverse aquatic lifestyles. Furthermore, we confronted the pervasive myth of sharks' immunity to cancer, revealing that while resilient, they are not impervious to disease. This segment highlighted the extraordinary research into their immune systems and wound healing capabilities, showcasing how these biological marvels could offer profound insights for human medicine, rather than serving as a false panacea for human ailments. Finally, we navigated the murky waters surrounding shark fin consumption, exposing it as a culinary deception with dire consequences. Far from a nutritional powerhouse or miracle cure, shark fins are largely flavorless cartilage, a luxury item that has tragically driven countless shark populations to the brink of extinction through barbaric practices like finning. Each of these insights underscores a vital message. Sharks are not the one-dimensional villains of popular imagination, but complex, indispensable components of our marine ecosystems, victims of widespread misunderstanding and human exploitation. We hope this deep dive has fundamentally shifted your perception of sharks, transforming fear into fascination and misunderstanding into respect. Their survival is intricately linked to the health of our oceans, and, by extension, our planet's future. What were your most surprising takeaways from this series? Are there other marine myths you'd like us to investigate? Share your thoughts and topic suggestions in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this journey of discovery and wish to support more content that unmasks the natural world, please hit that subscribe button for your planet. Together, we can continue to explore, learn, and advocate for the incredible biodiversity that makes our blue planet truly unique.